What's good, everybody? Big Game James back in the building, man. You know how we doing it. Another video coming up. Go check out all those other college videos I dropped if you like. Yeah, go like them, go subscribe, all that good stuff, man. But today we're talking about Mr. Alec Pierce, receiver from Cincinnati. Reason why we bringing him up because the Cowboys on the pro day, Cowboys offensive guys went to Cincinnati's pro day. Obviously, they have Myjai Sanders and Darian Beavers, who are definitely some good prospects on the defensive side, and they very may well, especially Darian Beavers, he could possibly end up in Dallas. Alec Pierce, if the Cowboys are going to see your pro day on offensive side, they're probably looking at you. As I said before, 6'3". We got some measurables right here. 6'3", 211 pounds. I already jumped out there and gave him the Jordy Nelson comp. You remember Jordy Nelson? Receiver was a very good receiver with the Green Bay Packers. Looking at Jordy Nelson, he was 6'3", 217 pounds. Alec Pierce, 6'3", 211 pounds. Jordy he had 32-inch arms and 10-inch hands. Alec Pierce, 34-inch arms, 9-inch hands. 40-yard dash, 4.55. Obviously, Alec Pierce, a little bit different, 4.41, but he's still close. Vertical jump, he had a 40-inch vertical jump. He killed Jordy on the vertical, so he tested a little bit better than Jordy did all the way around. So, but that's just kind of my comp because that's what just kind of reminds me of when I watch him. The build, the way he plays, the way he shoots off the line of scrimmage, just kind of reminds me of him. But let's go to a few things already. I don't want to talk a hole in your head. Let's get to this quick few things. Boom. Boom. Let's go to him right here, like you see. Alec Pierce, senior. He was in that Senior Bowl, and he looked really good in that Senior Bowl. I think that kind of raised his stock for real. If we're really talking about that, that raised his stock. Like I said, 6'3", 211 pounds. The thing that really stood out to him, here was his prospect grade. We always go to that. Average backup or special teamers, 5.99. We shall see with that. You can see all that that is showing. But that 40-yard dash, 4.41. Ooh, that's good. For a 6'3" guy, 200-something pounds, that's good. 40-inch vertical, that's really good. 7.13 in the 3-cone and 4.28 in the 20-yard shuttle. That's some pretty good combine numbers. And like I said, that elevated him in the combine, probably elevated him in the draft, and then he had a pretty good Senior Bowl practices. So now, he's on the radar. We go over here to Pro Football Focus. I like to show a little bit of them guys too. But this is what kind of stood out to me. These are his games played. Obviously, 2020 was the COVID year. But in 2019, he played in 14 games. 2021, he played in 14 games. You see, pass snaps 379. In 2021, he was in the slot 53 times. Wide snaps 321. Targeted 82 times, 52 receptions for 873 yards. Things that kind of stand out to me was his yards receiving per game, per average per game, 16.8, 18.5, and 17.8. So that means he's getting deep. He's not one of those short possession receivers that you're just throwing underneath all the time. He can stretch the field and he can stretch the defense, and you'll see that in this Notre Dame tape where he kind of takes the top off a couple times on these guys. He had a 76.4 overall receiving grade, 7.1 drop rate, which I really liked. His grade versus man coverage was 81.3. The biggest thing that stood out to me, drops. Only 4 of them. A lot of these top receivers have a lot of high droppage, and he's not one of them. Average depth of target, 17.1 yards. That's tied for 30th in all of NCAA. And deep catches, tied for 19th with 13. So that tells you right there he can get deep. Yards after catch, that's kind of low. That's actually really low. So he may not be a big yak guy, but he looks like he can find those small spots in the zone. He's a good route runner. I think he'll become even a better route runner once he gets more expansion in the route tree. But I like him. And I like what the ability that he kind of brings to the table. I don't know about drafting him early. Maybe I don't know about that second round. I don't know. I would do a little later round, maybe a third. He probably won't last that long. It's going to be between second and third round he's going to go. So I don't know if the Cowboys would gamble on that and pick him. So we'll have to kind of see about that. But as I said before, they went to his pro game, his pro day. So when Cowboys come to pro days and they looking at you and talking about you, high probability they may probably draft you. So let's go ahead and get into the tape. Cincinnati Bearcats against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's some pretty good defense. You know about Kyle Hamilton, the all-wonder safety over there. Big boy, 6'4", 230-something pounds, 220 pounds. You got Desmond Ryder, who's a top quarterback prospect in here. And as you see right here, here is Alec Pierce. He's going to start out here in the slot. I think this is the first pass where you show him he's going to break down him for a little, looking like a little bubble route, little curl route. He did quite a few of these. He knows how to get in there. But watch the footwork. He's quick with the footwork. He doesn't round off his routes. He cuts his routes off, cuts them off really nice. Doesn't round off the routes at the top of the route. You can see that in a couple plays right here. He can find the small spots in the zone, and he can take a hit, and he can get deep on you. It'll be remains to see if he can do that in the NFL, but he definitely showed he can do it in college, and we'll like to see what he can do forward. So here we go right here. Here's Pierce right here in that slot. Look how he 1, 2, 3 turns in, quick catch. Like I said, doesn't offer a lot of yards after catch, but he's a good handsy guy. He sees that ball in with his hands. He's not a body catcher, and he's just like kind of hyperactive. He plays hard all the time. You see him right here. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, bam, right there. Catch the ball with your hands, tuck that ball in, get you some yardage right there. So let's go to another play from Mr. Alec Pierce. That's a little play before. Get to this next play. See what we're doing right here. All right, here he is at the bottom of the screen. You can see him right here at the bottom of the screen. This is what I was talking about, how he doesn't round off his routes. He comes to a good stop, centers off that route. You can see it right here. That's what you want. You want a guy to be able to come in, chop down, and the thing that I like about him is he can go different speeds. He can go fast. He can go slow. He knows to throttle down the speed. He knows when to speed up. And here, as you can see, where to me he throttles down on this, slows the route down, but he drives that cornerback back enough to where he can throttle him down. But look how he does this. It's really nice if you actually watch it. Here he goes, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Look at that. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Not rounding off the route. You see that little gap in there? And that little zone right here? They're playing that zone. He has that gap right there. But look how he went. Boom. He doesn't round off the route. Look at what he does to that defender. He's got that defender kind of thinking he was going to go deep. Rounding off that route would probably maybe kind of tick off the safety, tick off the corner, I'm sorry. But he didn't do that. Catches it with his hands, as we talked about again. He's not a body catcher, which I really love. And then right there, he shows you a little bit of acceleration of what he does after the play. Now, I want to show you that route again because it just, I like how he just really broke it off. I like how he really throttled it down. And I love how he cut that in at the top of the route off. As you can see it again. Explosive out the break. Right there. See that corner? Doesn't round. Look how he doesn't even round it. Doesn't round off that route at all. Boom. And that's perfect because now Ryder, he gets his boom. And he gets those hands up. Doesn't catch the ball with his body. Good stuff. All right, let's see what we got over. What we got next, Mr. Alec Pierce? So far, you know, a lot of people been talking about you in this draft, dogs. How you been kind of rising up in the draft. So I said, let me look at this dude. And the Dallas Cowboys visit him. We got to look at them if the Cowboys visiting. If the Cowboys is visiting you, they got some interest in you. So we got to look at the tape. Here he is again right up here at the top of the screen. I think this was an incomplete pass. This was a long, deep ball. I felt like it should have been a touchdown. See, they're in a little bit of a zone again right here. Cornerback bails at the last second. Now, I don't know if this was Kyle Hamilton's mistake right here, because you can see as the play goes, cornerback's going to bail. So if he's bailing like now, he's anticipating that safety help, because he's get a full free release right here, full free release. So I'm sure he's anticipating some safety help if he's not getting his hands on him and just doing a trail technique. So he's trailing him right here. But right here, you got 1, 2, 3 guys. This corner is kind of keeping that eye on here in this zone area, and you got this man right here. So you see what this route is. Now you got 1, 2, 3. Hamilton's right here. That should be a touchdown right here, because that safety is up here looking for him. I'm thinking he should be back here helping that corner. I think he recognizes, Kyle Hamilton recognizes it, falls. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. You know what I mean? We got these two guys right here that can basically cover your route. That safety's got to be back for help. Kyle Hamilton realizes it falls, like, oh, man. And he's got a step on the corner right here. I don't know if Desmond Ryder releases it a little too late. Quarterback makes some good recovery at the last second and gets his hands up there and knocks his ball down, because that should have been a touchdown in my opinion, for real, especially with the coverage the way it was. Kyle Hamilton not being that safety net right there, and you just basically had a free release. You should have had a touchdown on this play. So I don't think it was more Alec Pierce. I think the ball was released maybe a second too late, and that allowed that defensive man to get that coverage and get that hand up at the last second. You can see it from this backside right here. We'll check and see if Ryder held that ball 1 second, tick too late. You see how they jumped in? Good rollout, because they were anticipating that right there. That's why they rushed that, sent that blitz. Now you see Hamilton right here. Should be that center fielder, because there was a free release and he's going. It's a straight go route. So he's got his hands up. Ryder throws it now. I think he had to lead him just a little bit more. A hair underthrown. Say a hair underthrown, because he had his man beaten. If he leads him with that ball, that's a touchdown. But, hey, great job by that corner having good makeup speed to get his hands up on that play. Yeah, because that should have been a touchdown. So that's a good job by the corner, no doubt. So let's go over here. What we got next? What we got now? What we got next, Alec? What we got next? Let's see what we got next. All right, here we go. We got him in the slot forward, 4 down, 4 wide. Now, here with Pierce, he's got a option route. Go outside in. Outside in. That's where you want to go. Outside in, or he can go inside out. This guy right here wants to force him that boundary, because he's keeping his eye on this receiver right here. So he's going to try to check him. So Pierce kind of takes that route a little bit off, but he still finds the little spot in this zone, makes the catch, gets the yards after the catch. So you see it right here. Comes off the line of scrimmage. And you see him right here. He's going to go outside. Maybe he could have went inside and found that zone part right here, because it's going to take him a little bit longer because of where that backer is pushing him to that outside. But he still is able to get through it. As you've seen, that linebacker's dropping right there. And here's that little soft spot. Ryder sees it. Once again, good hand catch, not with the body. Puts his foot in the ground. I like how he puts his foot in the ground and then explodes off of it and gets some more yards. Like you see, I like how he can put that foot in the ground and accelerate right off of it. Doesn't take him forever to start getting the acceleration back up. We'll see it from the inside, as you see Pierce right here. He might be a high-volume catch guy, man, for real, if we're really talking about it. I can sit right here. Got to get a little better with some physicality, because I've seen some corners get physical with him in the game, kind of knock him off his route, bump him off his route. So he's going to have to get used to that, especially if he's jumping in that slot. But you see how he plays more of an outside guy, but he can play a little bit of the slot, so he's a multifaceted guy. But if he's an outside guy, you got Michael Gallup hurt. You got CeeDee Lamb taking over that number 1 role. Let's say you draft him, he would have to compete early. Not a guy that's going to have to send him. He's going to have to compete early. But you see how he gets past that linebacker right here? Ryder hits him and boom, catches the ball with those hands. Foot in the dirt. I like how he puts that foot in the dirt. I like how he caught the ball with his hands. Once again, 3 catches with 3 hand catches. I like that. He's not a body catcher. Only 4 drops in the whole season. I really love that. But you see right here, got a little bit yards. It looks like he's not going to be a big-time yak guy. From what I see, he's not going to guy that's going to be killing you with the yak. He's just a guy that's going to probably try to get deep on you, hit them spots in the zone, post routes, some digs. You can see some comebacks with him, 5 and under. You'll be able to utilize him at that. But I think he can get deep on some people, and we'll see how that translates to the NFL. But that's a play right there. Let's see what else we got. What else we got, Alec? I like what he brings to the table. I like some other receivers a lot better, but he's not a slouch. That's for sure. He is not a slouch. All right, here he is right here at the top of the screen, and this is a go route right here. And he kind of turns up on this corner right here. But the thing I really like about it, watch how he gets off this corner real quick and has him super shook. Let's see it. Shook daddy. Look at that. See right here? Watch this. Got him. Got him. Got him right there, dog. You see that hand out? He trying to, you know when that hand comes out and they're trying to grab? That's where they get that nervousness. Oh, shoot, I'm beat. Hand out to try to grab a little bit so he can catch up. It's too late, though, dog. He got you. You see right here? Watch how he explodes. Look at that. Look at this. Watch you see that quick separation? He explodes. Good separation. Look at that. Running away from him. Get that man the ball. Gets it up. Gets it up. Now he high points it. I don't think he's a high point or a 50-50 ball guy, but I love the way he high pointed this catch. And once again, hands. Don't let that ball get into your body. Goes up with those hands and takes it and plucks it out the sky. Gets a little bit of yardage afterwards. Let's see that again, because that was just, I like that was a nasty little move he did on old guy. We'll just watch the whole thing. Watch it. Got him. Got him. Give him that ball, Ryder. Look at that. Okay, Alec. Okay, Alec. Okay, Alec. I see you. I think Ryder froze that safety just a second. That he freezing that safety just a second to allow him to get that pass off, because that safety was looking. He's kind of looking his way. I can't really tell if he's like looking him off a little bit. It looks like he looks him off just a hair. Just a hair. That hair matters. That 1 second or a split second can matter. Boom. And now he lets it go, because you saw that safety kind of held. That number 3 kind of held for a second. Watch it again. Because he's looking at that quarterback. He's watching that quarterback. He's watching that quarterback. You see where he's going? He's watching where that quarterback's eyes are. Now he commits to it, but now it's too late. He has some good recovery. Ryder kind of lets that ball sail a little bit. As I said before, look at that. The guy is going up and getting it. That's what I love. I like seeing that right there, going up and getting it, not waiting for it to come down to you, going up and going after it, saying this is mine. I like that. If he wasn't off balance, he probably scores a touchdown right there. What else you got? I think you got a couple more plays for you, don't you? I think I'm gonna show a little spot. It ain't too special, but it's where he finds a sweet spot in the zone and he can take a hit because he may be thrown in the slot more than he was in college. And so he's going to have to get used to it. One thing I like about him, he's not scared to go over the middle. And with that size, 6'3", 211 pounds, he has the physical size to be able to take those hits in the middle. That's why, they love having those smaller guys on the slot, but if you got a big guy that can play in that slot, you like that. And especially if he's not scared to go over the middle, he can kind of take on those hits and take off that pressure. But we'll see it right here. You see him right here in the slot stacked. It's over here. Okay, looks like we're doing trips left right here. He look at him. See, he's already knowing where this route is. He already knows that this is coming to me. This is coming to me. So you already see the head anticipation. The head's already whipped around. He's already ready. He knows he's going to get hit. So he's getting ready to sink his hip, sit down in that zone, and make it easier for him to make this catch and take this hit. So watch it right here. Boom. He sees it. Look at that. Once again, did you see it? Did you see him catch the ball with his body? Did you see him catch the ball with his body? No, you didn't. All I've been seeing this man catch the balls with hand. So that right there has got me excited. A couple other people I saw that we played today. I mean, I've played receivers. Traylon Burks. I like Burks. I can't front. But he was a little bit of a body catcher. I showed Danny Gray. He definitely was a body catcher. He has the dropsy, so he's got to get his hands better. But this guy right here, he plucks him right out the sky, dog. Plucks him right out the sky. Watch this. Good. Boom. Hands up. Bam. Look at that. Takes the hit. There it is. All right. All right, now we got him at the bottom of the screen. And guess what? He about to do work on this corner again. I don't know if it's the same guy, but, bruh, if it's the same guy, you should have learned by now. This man got some speed, man. This man got some speed. So here we go again. One on one, mano a mano. Let's see what you got. What you got? Got him. Got him again. See that hand? I already got you, dog. Because that hand is out right there. And that foot, he's going outside. He's taking you, dog. Look at his feet. Look at his feet. I know you can't probably see him all the way right here. Man, he got them. Both his feet are too damn near together. You ain't doing nothing when your feet as a cornerback are not spread apart, and you already got your hand on him. His feet are damn near touching each other. That's a you getting beat. Bam. There he gets around him. And there he goes with that speed again. Look at the separation. Look at the separation. This dude ain't slow, bro. I don't know why you playing him like you slow. And then look sees it right on in there. Sees it right on in there. Look how I saw it right on in there. Great pass by Ryder too. Look how he saw it right in there, man. Woo-wee. That's some good stuff. Let's see it again. We're just going to watch it. Get off me. I'm gone. Look at that. Perfect pass. Right in the breadbasket. Bam. I want to watch that again. That was beautiful. That was a good one. But I like he's got that initial. We call it the Harlem Shake, man. Put that foot in the ground. Got him. Yeah, man. Alec Pierce. Like I said, they're projecting him second or third round now. He's moved up in the draft a little bit, especially after the Senior Bowl, raised his stock. Then he went to the Combine, ran that 4.4, looked good in all his drills, that 40-inch vertical. You already got the size. Cincinnati was a top team in the NCAA, so they've come a long way since I remember them. I remember when Cincinnati was a basketball school, you know what I'm saying, with Nick Van Exel, Corey Blunt, Ruben Patterson and all them guys. You knew about Cincinnati for basketball. You didn't know no Cincinnati for no football. But Luke Fickell came from over Ohio State. He really got that program together. A couple kids I know from the Columbus area played for him. One in particular, oh, my God, the name is just slipping right now. Derek, what's your last name? He was on my high school show, like about Derek Forrest Jr., I believe. Is it Derek Forrest Jr.? I believe it's Derek Forrest Jr. He was on my high school show about in 2016 when I was coming out of media school, and he committed to the Bearcats. He got drafted in the 4th round by the Washington Commanders. So salutes to you out there. Rep that Ohio out there for them guys. But you see, Luke Fickell got those guys playing. They have talent over there. They played against really good talent. So it's not like they played against weak guys. And, he brought it. So offensive coordinator Kellen Moore goes out there. They're looking at him. Me personally, you still got to get that guard. It could change if they're, Jerry Jones and already said if there's a guy out there and we could get a guard and there's a guy out there, we may switch. So if a Traylon Burks or maybe a receiver like Chris Olave drops or anything like that, obviously they're not going to look at Alec Pierce. But if they go ahead and get that guard in that 1st round, receivers got to be in play by round 2 to me, because you can get that DN, you can get that linebacker in that 3rd round. I still believe there'll be enough guys out there to get that. But the receivers, I feel like if you're trying to get one right now, a high-end receiver, he's got to be drafted by round 2. I don't know if I'm going with a 2nd-round pick with Alec Pierce. I got some other guys I like. I like Jalen Tolbert. I like the Christian Watson kid. Those two are banging back-to-back, though. I think I might take a Pierce over Watson just because better competition. He's been doing it a little bit longer. Watson hasn't. So that's going to put into play with me. So he's definitely in consideration for a 2nd round, but you come in that 2nd round, dog, you got to be playing. So he's got to be hitting that field immediately. So we'll have to kind of see how it kind of transpires in his draft. Does anybody drop? Anybody out there? There's a lot of guys that I kind of like at the receiver position. Let me pull this up. This is draft. Let me see while we talking. Let me pull this up of the receivers right here, because there's some guys I like before him, in my opinion. But we'll see. So Alec Pierce, University of Cincinnati. We'll see how it goes. We'll see where he gets pulled, but I definitely think the Cowboys have interest, and we'll see what happens after that. So go like, support, share, all that good stuff. Tell me how you feel about Alec Pierce. I gave him a